Oh, I forgot to tell people I'm live. Hello. I'm only gonna be here for a little minute. If anyone joins this Friday, I can't be online. People are probably out. But we're just gonna see real quick because we just had the eclipse on the 17th. Pisces season just started. Ramadan, Lent. It's a lot going on. I feel like a lot of people are going through stuff right now, so I just want to get right into it. This is just going to be, if no one's here, I'm just putting this on the red play button app. It'll be there. I'm gonna just get right into it. So let's see. So I have it written down. So what we're gonna do is right now I'm just gonna do a general pull. Check on the collective's energy. Okay. Saw how that flew. Okay. So collectively, what's going on now? There's you feel it too. The first thing I heard, first of all, somebody needs to do an egg cleanse. There's a lot of like shady energy going on. You're probably rejecting it. You're trying to reject it. You could be in a hermit mode. You could be dealing with people watching you from afar that are from your past. This could be like schoolmates, old coworkers. If you had a project, I'm feeling like if somebody had a project that they did with someone, like a partner in a project of some sort, like a creative project, they're watching if it didn't go well. Spirit is telling you to be patient with this at this time. You are doing what you need to do to cleanse it out. I feel like someone's feeling as if what they're doing is not enough, because it seems like no matter how much you cleanse, how much you pray, how much you manifest, it's like you can't shake this like weird energy. It's not you. There's a lot going on right now collectively. It's not something you're doing wrong. If you needed to hear that, it's not something that you're actually doing wrong. It's just a collective hot effing mess right now. And when it comes to you specifically, I mean, of course, this is a collective, but when it comes to you specifically, you have a lot of people watching you. You could be feeling alone right now too, which is crazy, but you have a lot of people watching you. Old exes and like old friendships that didn't work out. People you would never think is watching you. They are watching you. If you've been seeing readings about that, don't think that that's bullshit. I mean, excuse my French. Don't think that that's bull. I just got a notification. Someone wants to expose the real you, knowing they can't because it's something. I don't know. Something about exposure. That could be very significant. People are watching. That could be why you're feeling this heavy energy. A lot of what you're carrying is not you. It's a projection. You could be on a whole separate journey trying to fight for something. Like you could be on I'm hearing something about a carpet or a rug. I don't know if you just spilled made this like a stain. There's like a stain on your rug, or you just spilled something, or you burnt something. Could be candle wax. You could be getting a carpet cleaning. Take that as it resonates. That could be something, personal grooming. Take it as it resonates. But you could be focused on your own foundational settings right now, and this could be very irritating to you because it's almost like it's trying to pull you away. It's like it's trying to separate you. Someone could be trying to swap with you, swap energy, swap destinies with you as well. You're really, really trying to move away from your past. Like you're trying to separate yourself. You could be living in your hometown. Or you could have a lot of people from your hometown trying to reach out to you or watching you. Your class reunion could be coming up. That could be significant to somebody. Something's coming in quickly though. It could be money or manifest. Yeah, someone's being watched. Someone's being watched. But I feel like Just as much as they're watching you, your spiritual team's watching them. They're being watched right the F back. If you did some type of return to sender work, if you've been heavy with your praying, if you're fasting, anything along the lines of that, that is helping. I definitely feel like for somebody, y'all are into that woo. Even if you're not, there could be an ancestor watching you that was before they passed on. That's very significant because I'm picking up on an elder woman with a high, like I'm hearing high octave voice. Maybe when they yelled, it traveled. Like you can hear it travel far when they yell. They could be from the South. Because, you know, a lot of words in the South, the pronunciation is due to the fact that they had to yell out to each other to communicate with each other. With each other. I'm getting tongue-tied now, so maybe throat chakra and communication is significant. But so sometimes, you know, there's an accent with some of the words, or some of the words are pronounced differently in the South because back then they were having to speak a certain way to make sure that what they were saying was being heard. It was able to travel out easier with the pronunciation. So that could be very significant. If you're manifesting some type of financial abundance or freedom, like especially if you're someone who's in debt right now, that's going to be taken care of a lot quicker than you think it will. Yeah. You're a master of your craft in some way, or you're becoming one. You had some people that they didn't want to see this coming for you, but it is coming for you. I do feel like you might be in isolation right now because spirit had to separate you so that they couldn't interfere too much because you have so many projections. Please do an egg cleanse if that's something that you feel comfortable with. Please do an egg cleanse. Please do some type of bath. Do something. I don't know if you probably didn't hear that, but I heard something outside that was a confirmation. It sounded like a bell or a very high-pitched horn. I don't know what that was. You have so many projections being placed on you right now. You have so many eyes watching you. Not all bad, but some bad. Spirit had to just pull you out of that and just separate you and isolate you so that you were able to continue working on whatever this is. You're in I can't think of the word right now, but think of it as a partnership with the divine right now. You're working on, you guys are collaborating. That's the word I'm looking for. You guys are collaborating together right now. You're doing the work in the 3D. Spirit is doing the work in the spiritual realm. This is a collaboration. It's bringing balance. This balance is causing irritation to energies that don't serve you anymore. And I'm telling you, these are exes, toxic relatives, and like old coworkers. And like old partnerships, like, you know, coworkers or partners from a creative project, like I said, friends as well, or people who weren't your friend, but they knew you from the past. They knew you from like school. If you're older, maybe, you know, you moved, maybe if you're, you know, in college, you transferred, or like this is from like high school. If you transfer to a different college, these are people from your old college. Like there's something significant about that. I keep picking that up because I don't really do readings for anyone under 18. Hell, anyone under 21 really, but take this as it resonates, although this is 18 plus. I'm getting warm too. Yeah, you have this judgment. There's a judgment call being had right now. You've been through a struggle of energetic abuse is what I'll call it. That's been keeping you very stuck. Very dark energy too, very obsessive energy, very dreadful energy being projected onto you, and it almost feels like that energy became a part of your everyday and you got accustomed to it. For some of you guys, you could have taken it on as a part of your personality. I'm not saying you're doing anything devilish, but more so maybe kind of slipping into I don't want to say slipping, but transitioning into like a darker energy. And working with it, you were alchemizing in a sense, but it's not fully you. Spirit is giving you permission to step out of that because it's time for a wish fulfillment. Wow, look at these cards. Yeah, this is financial too. This is something you manifested because you kept faith. Yeah, you're having to take a leap of faith. You could be moving right now. You could be literally moving, or you're moving forward, or you're moving out. of a space, whether this is a job or a home. I'm hearing a car. If you are scared to do this, but you feel like you have to, this is probably the time. I wouldn't, we're in a retro shade right now because the retrograde is happening soon, but you know, so take heed to that. But I do feel like, this is a lot of change happening that you're being like, you're literally being shoved off the cliff. That's the vibe it's giving, because you've been in rest mode for a long time. That ish is over. It's time to move forward. You're in a space of victory right now. You don't have to be afraid of this, although it is scary, and that's okay. But you are being cradled by God. So let's see, what direction are you fully going right now? I want to look into that because I wrote down my questions this time. Thank you, I appreciate it. Let me see. Wow. I wish... Hi, it's good to see you as well. I'm doing this just in case. I know it's like Friday. I can't even stay on long, but I'm doing this just in case. Not just in case, so I can post this onto the red play button. But I got, I don't know how, I don't want to say his name. So I'm going to write it. Trigger warning. Had to think about it for a second. This came up for some reason for me. I know it's backwards, but you know what time it, you know what this name is. I don't know why. I was shuffling thinking about the collective. This could be, maybe if you're doom scrolling and reading up on that and looking into that whole thing, be careful. Take a break from the files. You know what I mean? But I got a weird vibe that someone who sees this may be in these files. I know some people are finding themselves in the files. I know people are very much so wanting everyone to be mad, wanting everyone to be upset. You know, they're getting on creatives and celebrities and stuff, especially, I mean, the celebrities, but getting on creatives about like not speaking on this or regular everyday people. It is okay. F all that. It is okay to take a fucking break, okay? You do not have to keep tapping into this energy because society's telling you to, because we need to not forget. Yeah, we need to not forget, but we're human. They may not have been, but we are. You need to take a break. Somebody is ODing with this, and it feels like they're feeling pressure to look into those files. You have to give yourself a break. We have a lot going on in society right now, and this is what they want. They want to overwhelm you, to lower your frequency. Collectively, the frequency is it's energetic, but it's low because everyone's tapping into this energy, and then everyone's tapping into what's going on, you know, with, you know, I have to be very careful because they already SB'd me on here years ago, and I've been that way. So I have to be careful because they literally like they hit me with a violation every time I post. So hopefully you picking up what I'm putting down here, but please take a break. That's a separate message for somebody. Don't feel like just because everyone's yelling online and telling you, oh yeah, you need to make sure you can't forget, you guys have to speak about this, but yeah, but we can also chill the F out and take a step back. If you don't want to look into politics for a moment, take a step back. If you don't want to look into these files, take a step back. It's your mental health, not theirs. You know what I mean? That's significant for someone. But I almost feel like someone who's going to see this or is seeing this is, I'm so sorry, but you might be in these files. Take that as it resonates. We still going. We're looking. What direction is the collective going in right now? Okay. Yeah, because I need to clean that energy up. Not okay with that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. You got your... It's okay, buddy. You got your shield up. It's okay. He never barks when the neighbor's pulling up. I'm sorry. He never barks when the neighbors pull up, so he's been very antsy. Hey, hey. It's okay. Not familiar. He don't play that. He don't play. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. You gonna let me shuffle? He wanted me off this live right away. I have to. He's gonna be upset when I leave. But anyway, you are very shielded right now. You're guarded. You're a lot more established than you think you are, because of everything you've been through. You've been through ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs from your foundational space. You started off small, like you planted a seed and it grew. I also feel like there's a new opportunity that's going to put you in this space, or you're already in this opportunity. It's coming in quick. Confirmation. It's coming in quick. I feel like if you're doing something that would require others to benefit from it, you're going to get a lot of positive feedback as well. There's a huge transition happening. You could work with Santa Muerte. He's upset. I don't know why he's so upset. That's just the neighbors, but he is upset. I gotta get off soon, because I already felt that vibe was weird anyway. I gotta cleanse before I head out. But this is a huge transformational season for you. Hell, this year is gonna be transformational for you. I know you guys hear that a lot. These are for the ones who who went through transformation but was still in hermit mode for so long, or was still grinding, or still, going through a lot of like large obstacles, I'm hearing hurdles. Someone could have ran track as well. This is going to change for you. You are more equipped to handle what's coming next. This isn't to cause fear for you or to make you feel like you're drowning in pain, because this is not going to be one of those seasons for you. You've been through enough. This collective specifically has been through enough. There could be something going on with housing as well for you. You could have gone through an eviction before. You could have been homeless before. You could have been in between homes. There's something about that that's significant, because that's happening for a large collective, but it's a particular collective. The late bloomers, the true chosen ones. This is something that's happening for you. This transformation is happening for you. Please don't run away from it because you're scared and tired because of what happened in the past. Do not self-sabotage this, because this won't even be spirit putting you with the God. I was going to say Allah. God putting you through some type of lesson. This would be simply you sabotaging it, and spirit's going to have to redirect you, but it's going to take some time, and you don't want that. You have a lot of options open to you right now, but things are going to clear up where you're going to know which one to pick. It's very successful for you. It's just coming in a little slow. The Knight of Pentacles is slow, but it's coming in. You're not sleeping well either, or your sleep is shaky. It's weird. Put a glass of water on your nightstand. Help absorb that negative energy. If you want to look up some protection work, I have a playlist. What is my playlist called? I think it's called Witchcraft and Spiritual Work. You can look there and see. There's some methods there. You need to allow these tower moments to happen as well for this movement forward, because where you're going is a space of, it's busy, but it's successful. It's stable, it's grounded, it's yours. That's significant. Let's see who's in your energy in regret, because right now what's going on, everybody ex thinking about them. If you're feeling your ex's energy or whatever, you're not crazy. You're feeling it. If you're feeling the remnants of a past sneaky link, if you're feeling old friendships from the past, like there's certain people, if you're dreaming about them, if you're seeing their name, their car, something about clothing is significant. Maybe you're seeing somebody who dresses like them, or seeing someone who has worn something they've worn. That's significant. Pay attention to those signs. Those are the people in your energy. You don't have to stay in that energy. Just, consider the nudge that spirit is sending you and keep it pushing. But those people are the ones currently in regret about you. They're thinking about you. Now, some of them are acting out. Exactly. Some of them are acting out in a more malicious way. They're being sneaky. I also feel like some of them are actually just being sneaky about watching you. They don't necessarily mean any harm. They just, they're watching you from afar and doing it in a sneaky way because they don't want to come off as creepy, so to speak. That's what this is. But they don't know what to say to you. Let's just see really quickly who's in regret and why. Blue jeans are definitely significant. Maybe Sydney Sweeney is significant. Euphoria could be significant. Sinners is definitely significant. Happy Black History Month, by the way. Happy Black History Month. Okay, for some of you guys, this is a King of Wands or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be a man. They could just resonate with this particular energy. They could be someone who's considered attractive, fiery. They kind of, they could be a little finicky at times. They could be the type to not deal with, they call themselves, I'm not dealing with this BS, I know my worth. But they also could be the type to, to cut off quickly because of their ego. Very egotistical, especially with this devil energy here. Capricorn energy could also be significant. Aliens are significant. What's that? I'm picking up on what's that? What is that group called that Pharrell was in? The Clones or something like that? I don't know. Whatever that group was, was it the Clones? Whatever. Okay, remember the I Was Just Frontin' video? I'm probably aging myself. With the Pharrell, the I Was Just Frontin' video, and they said Neptune something, the Clones or whatever. That was like the password to get into the party. That, whatever that is, that's significant. I don't know why, but maybe ice creams, the sneakers back in the day are significant. Maybe you're a little bit older. They do not like the fact that you are not paying them any attention. It makes them jealous. It bothers them. But there's a weird essence of being proud of you. You don't understand how much you progressed forward and grown. You don't see it because you're in the midst of this change right now, but other people do see it. They don't like how you move forward. They're like, how you just gonna live life without me? Are you crazy? That's what it's giving. Wow. Queen of Wands came out with the King of Wands. You got the Empress card here. You're sitting on your throne. You're sitting on your throne. You know your worth. You know your value. You're emotionally stable as well, which is very intimidating to people. Especially these people who are in regret because they feel like, okay, I could have come back to them if they were still their old version of themselves. They're different now. There's something different about them. These are not even, they don't even have to be spiritual or be tuned in, but they're human. And we all have an intuition if we exercise it well. And something about their intuition is telling them, okay, something's different about this one. I don't know if I can come back the way I used to. Because you guys could have separated before, came back. They don't know this new version of you. They can see it, but they don't know how to operate around it, if that makes sense. There's some of them who don't want to disturb your peace as you're moving towards something better or greater. But they're definitely seeing you in a higher power, in a higher light. You've grown up. They see you as a pair, though, that's separated. This could, two peas in a pod. This could be friendship. This could be a partnership. This could be a love connection. Could even be family, like a sister or a cousin. They're pretending that everything is fine, but they're not doing too well themselves. Oh, and baby, it's gonna get worse. That's for another reading. Let's see. Let's do some spiritual advice. We're gonna close this out because I just wanted to do a quick little pull so I can record. This is gonna be on the red play button app. So clarity and victory is coming in for you. What else is coming in for you? What is spiritual advice? Do I have my other decks in here? No. Your intuition is sharpening. You need to trust your intuition. You need to operate from that intuition space because your intuition is God speaking to you. You need to operate from that space. Don't question it. Double check, excuse me, do your due diligence, but it's don't, if you got the sign 3 or 4 times, okay, that's enough. proceed, because you're on a timeline here, and it seems like you're moving quickly, a lot quicker now than you were before. But you could be kind of like dipping your toe and sticking it back out like, I don't know, because, and then dipping it back in like, I don't know, because, and God's like, girl, if you don't, boy, person, if you don't, I don't got time. Because then if you miss your opportunity, we're gonna have to do this cycle, you know, we have to loop back around again. You're gonna be mad that you're waiting. It's like you're transitioning from moving very slow and in a hermit mode to being exposed and being pushed off the cliff. I'm telling you, you're moving towards something. You have to keep going with whatever this is. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know it's been a struggle. I can feel it. It's been a weight on you. It's like a constant battle. Even if things haven't been too terrible, it's like constant. It could be constant change and movement, but also isolation and things not going where in the direction you want it to go. So it feels like it's slow. My wife and kids could be significant. The Wayans brothers could be significant. July is significant too. Something's going to happen in July. Mark down July 17th. I heard the 15th to the 17th. Now I'm hearing the 12th to the 17th. The 12th to the 17th of July. I don't know what day that is necessarily, but keep that in mind. Libra energy could be significant, but it also could be a representation of justice. Children could be significant as well. Be careful. Okay, because I see there's a mother figure out here too with the Empress. You got the Empress in the page. Be careful if that's not what you're looking for. I hate when like readers like somebody's getting pregnant every reading. It's like, girl, stop projecting that onto people. But I do see this here, so just be careful that's not something you're looking for. But I also see that this is something new that you've already planted. This is a baby growing up, like a baby that you. Hi, I know. It's been a minute, and I will explain everything. But it's so good to see you too. I'll explain everything eventually, you guys. Y'all wouldn't believe me if I told you what I've been going through the last year. Anyway, but this is something that you've curated, that a seed you planted is growing. It's already growing. I feel like it's not like, oh, I see something sprouting. No, it's you're gonna see it. This is the time for it. Again, like I said, this is for the late bloomers, the late bloomers, the ones who have been kind of incubating right now, or have been in like an incubation mode, who have been in hermit mode. Things haven't been going in the direction you want it to. You might have been, again, it doesn't mean when you're in hermit mode all the time. It doesn't always mean that, you know, you're huddled up and you're not talking to anyone or dealing with anyone. It could also be hermit against, I don't want to say against, but it could be a hermit mode from your personal dreams and goals. Like you are having to let it cook, let it build up, let it progress. Almost like something's baking in the oven, and then you take it out and then you realize it's finally done. And you probably kept going in and testing the cake. If you're baking, you know how you bake a cake and you have to test the center and pull out the whatever. I usually use like a skewer. You pull out the skewer, you see the cake batter still on there, you're like, it's not done yet. And you got to put it back in. That's happening. That's been happening a lot. But I don't feel like you guys have been checking it as much anymore. I feel like you guys have just been trying to find the flow. The flow is coming into fruition. You are not crazy. It is going to get a little bit crazier because, you know, we have, like I said, we just had the eclipse pass. This is a karmic reset. That Aquarius eclipse is a karmic reset. We had Pisces season that just started on the 17th. And let me tell you something. Aquarius, anything is just kind of like, you know what I mean? But that's a whole other topic. I'm trying to, because I wrote everything down too, so I wouldn't forget. This is also, yes, that's right. That's what I wanted to talk about. You know what? I said I was just doing spiritual advice, but let me really quickly do something on career and money, because this is definitely a cycle of evolution for your career. If you're planning on doing something new, if you're being pushed out of your old job to a new job. Y'all got money. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming slow. This part is coming slow, but there's other elements to this. It's not just your money changing. It's like you're relocating. You're having to transition out of like certain circles. You're going to be networking with newer energies. You're already starting that. There's a lot here, and I feel like it's going to take one step that leads to another, and it leads to another, and then you're going to start looking back from like a bird's eye view, and you're like, oh my God, all this shit played out, all this played out like in a certain way. Like God really was handling it the whole time. This is the year that God is going to, I'm sorry, I saw every time that, anyway, Biggie could be significant. Lil' Kim could be significant. Brooklyn could be significant. Junior Mafia could be significant. The Diddler could be significant. I don't know what his sign is. I don't know if he's Pisces or Aries. I could be wrong, but those signs could be significant because I just heard that after saying his name. But, crap, that distracted me because I forgot what I was saying. But, overall, this is something that, like, I keep seeing someone who, like, jumping around in different areas and trying new things and trying to, you know what I mean? Like, you're trying, like you are trying. It's not being ignored, and it almost seems like you don't get anywhere. Like, or you get somewhere and you get pulled back, and it's exhausting. For some of you guys, you've just been full-blown isolation. You have been in isolation, and dealing with a lot of drama and heaviness and not understanding why. Like I said earlier, this is the projections that were being placed onto you. It's very heavy right now. Please, please, please do a spiritual bath and an egg cleanse. Please, I promise you'll feel so much better. I had to do it myself. I had to do an egg cleanse the other day. That was one of the best egg cleanses I've ever done in my life, hands down. And the egg was real heavy when I finished. I sat there for 10 minutes rubbing my everything. I do my egg cleanses naked. So, I was all over my womb. Please cleanse your womb. Please cleanse your womb as well. You can do that with yoni steam. You can do that with just praying over your womb. You can do it when you're praying and cleansing, like while you're washing in the shower. Egg cleanse, you could put it around. I'll be rubbing it all up. Okay? All up on that. Okay? And, the bladder area, to be able to cleanse that energy out counterclockwise, of course. Clockwise for positive energy. Counterclockwise to banish negative energy. My ears are ringing. Somebody please cleanse your womb. Someone's trying to pull from your life source. Cleanse your womb. Even if you're a man, I would cleanse that area anyway. Okay? But this is something that feels like it's been a lot of drama. It's been a lot of heaviness. This is a time for things to change. And it's for a lot of you guys, it's going to have to happen through your foundational settings, which is the home life, which is going to be also connected to money. So with career, this is happening for you. It's happening slowly. It's still a buildup. It's still a fight. But I do feel like this is a reset for you for this year. This is a significant year for you. And it's not going to be just battling the whole time. You might be battling a little longer because, like I said, it might be coming a little bit slowly, but please believe it's victory here. You're just waiting. You're in the waiting period right now. You're trying to see which direction to turn. That answer will come to you clearer soon. For some of you guys, you may feel like you're supposed to have the answer right now. If you really feel like that's the case and you feel like the energy's clouding you, where you're not able to see the answer clearly, I'm telling you, do that egg cleanse. Cleanse your energetic space. If you still don't see what's happening, you could book a reading with me. You can meditate on it. Do what you feel comfortable with. Judgment is here. Judgment's already been called. But I also feel like the judgment has to be called with you too. You have to call judgment as well. As above, so below. You need to call judgment as well so the divine can be like, okay, heard. Now I'm going to call judgment. Now we're going to work from here. Because like I said, you're collaborating with the divine right now. You are definitely collaborating with the divine right now. You're a lot more emotionally stable than you think you are too. I'm telling you, that's why a lot of people don't want to approach you right now. A lot of people from the past that are toxic, but some of them are. Some of them are brave enough to do so. Do not fall back onto old toxic habits and behaviors and connections just because you're alone or you are anchoring to something that feels familiar to you because you feel like you're being pushed off a cliff. I'm telling you, if that's not happening now, it's going to happen soon. You're going to feel like you're being pushed to something and you're going to feel like you're floating in the unknown. It's not a bad thing. God is cradling you. It's just a time for you to be able to try to ground yourself in that space so you can recognize what it is that you need to do to move forward from there. Even if you don't know what to do in that moment, This is a time for you to anchor to yourself, ground yourself. The Spirit is teaching you throughout the process of this as well. They're going to make it a lesson. They're always going to make it a lesson for you, even if it's not something they initiated originally. Because like I said, you guys have dealt with a lot. Guys could have been somebody who's been abused. Trigger warning. I'm so sorry. I should have said that first. But trigger warning. I'm about to get into it a little bit. Very toxic households, connections, relatives, husbands or wives, or, partnerships, abused at work. I'm even hearing something with like, maybe that was why my dog was freaking out earlier. Something with like neighbors. Thank you guys so much for the likes. I appreciate it. Something about that is significant. Toxic mother figures. Okay. Okay. What y'all got going on? It looks like you don't see this coming yet. This is probably coming after, but it looked like a little, you know what I mean? Okay, have a little faith in this. It could be an Aquarius. Oh God, they're Aquarius. Don't be so offended by them. They can be a little cold at times, but for the most part, they be meaning well. Gemini energy could be significant as well, but this could be grounding in self-love within yourself, but I honestly see a partnership here. There's a lot of twos here. There's 2 of swords, 2 of cups, and then with the lovers, there's 2 people. So, there's something definitely coming in with that, but I don't feel like that's your main focus right now. If you are in a connection, it's going to grow and progress. It's going to transition to something lighter. I'm feeling a lighter, airy energy. I'm hearing too, like, how people say my life is a movie? You're going to be saying my life is a vacation. Call that in, because it is there for you. I really heard, my life is a vacation. That's what I'm hearing. Oh my God, sinners is significant. Let me just pull real quick why I'm seeing sinners, and then we'll go ahead and close this out. Child, it's not 46. Okay. Justice is here. Have faith in that. Justice is here. Libra energy could be significant. I'm also picking up on Aries. Justice from the past. You're getting justice on situations that happened in the past that like happened years ago. Eczema could be significant as well. Or like some type of skin irritation. If you're getting like skin irritations, pay attention to that too. Because if it happens randomly and you're like, I don't understand why. And of course, I'm not a doctor. Go to the doctor. But if you're, if you can. But if you are having skin irritations in random moments, pay attention to where it's at and where you are and when it's happening. Because it could very well be your body reacting to an energy that's lingering around you or entity that's lingering around you. Because you might have some monitoring spirits. I'm also picking up on, I might do a video on this. It's going to be a weird weird advice, but cover your TV. You know how people cover their mirrors? Cover your TV at night or lock it if you can. That black mirror on your TV is an entity. There's entities that can come through it. Sometimes it feels like it's an entity within itself. And I don't know if you guys were a part of that conversation a few years ago, but we were talking about how TVs are like literally sitting and propped up a lot of times. I mean, some people they mount it, but TVs are propped up on an altar essentially, which is that TV stand. It's. And then I if I'm not mistaken, I actually just found out, and I don't know, I have to do my research on this, but apparently, like, technically you could be watched through your TVs. I'm not even saying it for that reason, but you could do it for that too. I'm talking on a spiritual tip. Cover your TVs at night. I know that sounds crazy. Be careful about what you're falling asleep to. Make sure you're falling asleep to something positive with prayer or some type of manifestation. High frequency music, but be careful about what high frequency music you're choosing, because a lot of times it just sounds, it's not actually a certain frequency that'll be positive. It's just noise, stagnant noise, and you don't want to be held stagnant. Be careful about the content you're taking in. I'm hearing airtight, but I'm also seeing a plane. You might be traveling soon. Maybe you're going to be traveling. You might be feeling a little tight because somebody could be leaning on you a little too much, or they might be a little bit wider or taking up more space. You may need to take up space. Keep your plans airtight, quiet. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not really picking up on anything else. Please do that cleanse, though. Definitely see and do that cleanse. I'll pull one more card, see whatever comes out, and then what card is that? King of Cups. Pisces energy could be significant. Water signs could be significant. Water gods and goddesses could be significant. Working with the water could be significant. Emotional stability, though. Get your emotions in order. That's going to be very beneficial for you in this upcoming season for you, especially with this retrograde coming in. You're going to be, if you can get that in order and get that in check, you're going to be sitting back watching and observing everything from your throne. And a lot of things are going to start clicking and making sense while everyone's sitting there panicking and acting crazy. You know what image I'm seeing? I don't know if you ever saw that meme. I don't know what character this is, but it's like a little dog, a little cartoon dog. And there's like everyone running around and there's fire and he's sitting there smiling. I might be mixing up two memes. I don't know. But that's significant. You're the one sitting there smiling because it's not affecting you in the same way. You're actually just receiving blessings and honor those blessings, big or small, so that more can come. But you're gonna be in a very receptive space where you're able to see everything clearly for what it is, because you haven't been able to see everything as clearly as you thought you have for quite some time. So that is it. I am late, so I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys liking the live. I'm gonna put this whole thing on YouTube. That's why I did this, because I already know I'm shadow banned, so I already know it wasn't gonna be that many people in here. So I'm gonna put this on the Red Play Button app, and I'll probably do that tomorrow. But yeah, no problem. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later.